Hi guys, and welcome back to another episode of our Pokemon Battle Series, the School of Hard Knocks. So throughout this episode, like every other, we'll be jumping on to the Pokemon Global Link Battle Spot ladder, playing under the Championship Battle rules, which are the equivalent rule set of the VGC 2017 season. So it's Friday, guys. Hope you're all raring to go for this episode. We kicked off the week this week with this Togedemaru team. We changed things up a little bit on Wednesday's episode. We haven't changed anything since then, but that's not to say we won't change anything going into Monday's episode. So we're just going to jump straight onto the Battle Spot ladder, see if we can get on a bit better than we did in that last match. Was it the last? No, the first match on Wednesday where we played the Ban Call. The Tapu Koko, Arcanine and Nihilego Core. We got a bit unfortunate with the critical hit, but my opponent, we can't take anything away from them. They played it extremely well, so just a little bit unfortunate, wasn't it? So hopefully the RNG kind of behaves itself a little bit today, and we have a few more clean games, and we can kind of hopefully show off a few more elements of the team as well, because we haven't really explored too much of the team so far. We've only had 4 games with it, so hopefully as we go on we'll be able to explore a few more things. Anyway, hope you guys are alright, having a really good day, and looking forward to the weekend like everyone always does. So we've got our first opponent of the day, and they are running a team of Porygon Z, Alolan Ninetales, Alolan Persian, Tapu Koko, Celesteela and Nihilego. So we've got the double Ultra Beast core there with Celesteela and Nihilego. They kind of cover each other's weaknesses pretty well. And we've got support options there with the Alolan Persian, Alolan Ninetales, and then you're probably looking at, I would imagine, maybe a conversion Porygon 2. I wonder if it's conversion electric type. Although it could be conversion ice type because of the Ninetales as well, so we can't just rely on the Tapu Koko's presence to kind of ensure that. So what can we do? We can need Mimikyu, Snorlax. It's not a bad option to go with, I think. I do want to bring the Togedemaru just for the Tapu Koko mainly, and in case that Porygon Z does go for that Z conversion. And what do we want in the last slot? Maybe Celesteela? Yeah, let's go Celesteela. I think that should be fine. So, as well guys, before we get into this match, I know we said a couple of weeks ago, so we're going to start doing content on a weekend as well. Unfortunately, family stuff came up last weekend and I couldn't commit to doing the live streams for that Battle Spot doubles team that we kind of planned on doing, which we've rescheduled for a week tomorrow, so next Saturday and Sunday we'll be doing those. So stay tuned next week for all the information about times and things with that, so I'm really looking forward to that. And unfortunately a similar thing this weekend with just stuff outside of just family things coming up, so I'm going to have to, I'll be away majority of Saturday, so I'm not going to be able to do any videos over the weekend this week, but we'll be back on Monday, so that's fine, and hopefully going into next week we'll be able to kind of get fully prepped into that. But on to today's battle, because we see my opponent lead off with that Persian and the Porygon Z. So we're totally expecting probably a fake out from the Porygon, from the Persian. We can't discount Taunt though. We could quite easily go for a Taunt onto the Mimikyu. I am going to go for a Trick Room, and I am going to go for a Belly Drum with the Snorlax, because it can only Taunt one thing, it can only fake out one thing. So we do see a foul play. Is into that Snorlax, doing a bit of chip damage, and here's a Z move. So it is that Normalium Z. Is it going to be the conversion, or is it going to be a Breakneck Blitz? Probably a Breakneck Blitz, isn't it? Yeah, so it's gone into the Snorlax here. This is going to pick up the KO. That chip damage from foul play. Normally, without that chip damage, we'd be able to take that attack. Oh, I feel like every time we protect Snorlax, we don't need to protect it, and then every time we don't protect it, we get punished for it. So we can't really win, can we? But we do get the Trick Room up, even though it's not really helping our situation too much, is it? So, what have we got in the back? We've got Togedemaru and we've got Celesteela. I'm going to bring in Celesteela here. All I can do now is try and spread some Leech Seeds around. I'll switch Mimikyu out to the Togedemaru. just to kind of cover any electric type attacks. But we've got to try and make the best out of a bad situation here, because losing the Snorlax first turn is not ideal. Porygon 2 is likely to stay in, so we'll leech seed that. Persian might go for a parting shot. So, like, the Porygon Z is likely to go for a Thunderbolt as well, I'd imagine. So we'll get that leech seed off first with Celesteela, which is nice. There's the T-Bolt, and Togedemaru doing a good job there. So sucking that electric type attack right up, protecting Celesteela, and we just see a Snarl come out from Persian, which does decent enough damage to Togedemaru, to be honest. Okay, so this next turn we'll likely see the Porygon Z probably switch out, I'd imagine. Could go for a Hyper Beam, I guess, into the Togedemaru, make things a lot easier for... I really want to say that the Porygon Z is going to switch out because of the Leech Seed, so I'm just going to go for a Fake Out and Leech Seed into the Persian here. One of the things we could see is maybe a Hyper Beam into the Togedemaru and kind of hope that it picks up the KO there, which it might. Togedemaru is not the most of bulky things, so we do have to be a bit careful. But hopefully we get through this turn alright. Hopefully we see the Porygon Z switch out, as we think it probably will. And give us room, a little bit of room anyway, with our Celesteela to get a seed onto that Persian. So yeah, there's the switch out as we thought, and in comes the Celesteela. And we just get the Fake Out, and we'll hopefully hit the Leech Seed onto that Persian this turn. Right, this next turn, we do threaten the Celesteela quite a lot. I kind of want to go for the Z move, but I think it's so obvious it's probably not worth going for. I'm just going to spike his shield with Togedemaru, and I'm going to go for a Heavy Slam. Yeah, because it's likely that the Celesteela will protect here. I would imagine the Celesteela to protect here. Although it might not, I might just go for a Flamethrower. So, we could go for a Leech Seed. Let's go for a Leech Seed into that slot, expecting the Flamethrower out into the Togedemaru. Hopefully the Persian goes for the parting shot into that slot, although it's more likely to go for it into the Celesteela, I think, to get off the field. But we will soon find out. Lots of options my opponent can do here. So, not going for the parting shot, just switching the Persian out. In comes that Porygon Z, and Celesteela protecting. Okay. And Leech Seed just goes into the Protect there, so how many turns of Trick Room have we got? One. I think we can survive a Flamethrower from the Celesteela, it's just whether we can survive the double up. And it's probably worth preserving Togedemaru at this point. So I'm going to switch in the Mimikyu here, and I'm going to go for a Leech Seed onto... I should just start attacking, really. Just going to go for a Heavy Slam into the Porygon Z here. So just expecting that Flamethrower to come in on that slot, maybe a double up. We'll kind of just cover ourselves a little bit. So Porygon Z actually protecting. And, oh no, just a Leech Seed, but we do get away with it. Okay. But Dimensions turn back to normal. I'm just going to taunt the Celesteela with my Mimikyu, and I'm going to go for a Leech Seed. I can't expect the Porygon Z to go for a Thunderbolt here, just with the threat of Mimikyu in the back and the threat that I could bring it back in for that Mimikyu right now. I think that it kind of will put my opponent off using the T-ball. So we should get away with it, get a Leech Seed onto that PZ slot. And we're just taunting the Celesteela as well here. We're going to be able to stop it from getting a Leech Seed off, stop it from protecting as well, and kind of hopefully force a switch out maybe on it. So there's a Hyper Beam. Okay, expecting the Togedemaru to switch back in. And we get the taunt off. There's a Leech Seed onto the Porygon Z. And there's a Heavy Slam, so into the Mimikyu. Just to break that disguise. This is going to be a really long drawn out game, I think. So we did get the taunt off. What can we do with Mimikyu now? We haven't got too many options. I mean, we could use the Hidden Power Fire on the Celesteela. It's not going to be doing very much at all. I'm probably getting more mileage out of the Shadow Claw just with the stab. I'll go for the Shadow Claw and I'll go for the Leech Seed into the Celesteela slot. So Celesteela withdraws. I wonder if the PZ will go for that Thunderbolt this turn. No, just protecting. Right. Tiniest of like chip damage ever, but it all counts, doesn't it? So we get the Leech Seed off into the Persian. So we got both things seeded on the field here. We do need to be careful of that. Thunderbolt this next turn, but you've got to think that Porygon Z switches out here, maybe. Right, I'm going to double into this Porygon Z with a Heavy Slam and a Hidden Power Fire. Because I just don't want to bring in Togedemaru at this point to take any damage like Foul Play or anything like that. So, and in comes the Celesteela. So we'll catch it with that Hidden Power Fire, but at the same time, it's not going to be doing too much either. We take a Foul Play from the Persian. It does respectable damage. Do a tiny amount to the Celesteela. I did think about going for the Flamethrower there. I should have really went for it, just to kind of cover that switch in. We are going to be able to get, I think now is where I switch out the Mimikyu. Because that Celesteela is probably going to protect for the Persian to go for another Foul Play to pick up the KO the next turn. So I'll switch in, although we don't want Togedemaru to take a Foul Play. That's the big issue here. I'll just go for the taunt just in case that Celesteela doesn't protect. Definitely is gonna, I think. And I'm just gonna go for a Heavy Slam into the Persian. Okay, so the Persian withdraws. Porygon Z coming back in, so we'll get good damage on it. We get the taunt off on the Celesteela, which is nice. It's probably gonna just go for a Heavy Slam. Take that off the field. Yeah. We get the Heavy Slam and get the Beast Boost. I would imagine that's what it would probably be. Yeah, it is going for the Beast Boost. Even with the Berry, I think from this range though, we're not going to be able to survive the Heavy Slam. No. So, let's see where the Beast Boost comes in here. Special Defense. So that helps us out quite a bit. Now we know that Celesteela can't protect now, it is taunted. So it's definitely going to switch out. You've got to think it's going to switch out. So I'm going to just fake out into the Porygon Z and I should really Heavy Slam into the Celesteela. go for the Electrum Z. I think I just go for a Leech Seed. Just to kind of cover myself a little bit. So the Porygon Z actually switches out. Are we going to see a double switch here? Probably not. So we could have actually went for that. Oh no, we do see a double switch. Okay. And Nihilego. I should have went for the Heavy Slam. We would have picked up massive damage. At least we get the Leech Seed off onto it though. So that's fine. And my opponent really has to. We could lock that Persian into. Like the Persian has to, I think, fake out the Celesteela here, and then Nihilego go off into the Togedemaru. So it could Zing Zap the Persian, get some damage off onto it, or actually encore it, expecting a foul play. Or I could just protect. It's probably a better idea, and just go for a Heavy Slam into the Nihilego. It's a bit safer doing that, I think, because Togedemaru is super important right now. We don't want to get doubled into with a foul play and then a Power Gem and then lose Togedemaru completely. But we're not going to see that. We're going to see a foul play into Celesteela and a Power Gem into Celesteela. So we could have got away with an attack. Okay. But we are going to pick up the KO on this Nihilego, which is good. Really good. Okay. We could have went for the Zing Zap. But like I say, it was more risky, I think. We need to keep this Togedemaru around a bit longer. So we'll recover a bit of health with our leftovers. And at least we got rid of one thing. Let's see what's going to come in now. I don't know if it's going to be the Porygon Z to try and double up into the Togedemaru. But I feel like if it is the Porygon Z... No, it's a Celesteela. Okay. Okay. I feel like we've got to go for it now. I think this is the time. Let's go for it. Let's go for that Gigavolt Havoc. And let's go for a Heavy Slam. No. Let's not go for a Heavy Slam. Let's go for a Leech Seed into the Persian. I don't think a Heavy Slam's going to take it out. That's the only problem. So that's why I'll go for the Leech Seed now. Hopefully no Protect. So no Protect. If we survive this foul play, we're good. We survive it. Oh, we don't. We don't. I thought we was going to survive. So I think we've lost this now. Yeah. Yeah, I think we've lost this. Curse you, Persian. Yeah, I don't think we can do this at all now, because the Porygon Z can come in really and just T-bolt us. Oh, what a slog for nothing as well. And we did so well, I think, after the Snorlax went down like that first turn. But let's just go for a Leech Seed into the Celesteela. We're probably just going to get doubled up into now, foul play, and we'll probably see Flamethrower revealed. Although that Celesteela hasn't revealed it so far, so it might not have it. So that might play into our hands a little bit. Slightly. So if that Celesteela hasn't got Flamethrower, and we have, and we can get rid of the Porygon Z somehow. So there is the switch from the Persian to the Porygon Z. It's going to be able to come in. And we do get the Leech Seed off onto the Celesteela. So let's see. Are we going to see Flamethrower? No, Heavy Slam. Okay. So all is not lost yet. I think it is pretty much, to be honest. Because because I don't think we can take a Thunderbolt. So this might be the end of the road for us, I think. So we'll go for a Heavy Slam into the Porygon Z. See what we can do. I don't think we're going to be able to take a Thunderbolt. There it is, and this should pick up the KO. Oh, it doesn't. Okay. But we do get paralyzed. Oh, of course we do. And that is sealing our fate, unfortunately. If we got the Heavy Slam up there, though, the thing is we still have that Persian to contend with, and the foul play. I don't think we can kind of recover enough damage to survive a foul play and then get a Heavy Slam off at the same time. So I don't really think the RNG at the end here really has made too much difference. Would have been nice to KO the Porygon Z though, but just one of those things. Like a very wise VGC player once said, these were the cards we were dealt. So we're not going to forfeit because we've come this far. Let's go for that final Heavy Slam. And yeah, Porygon Z goes for the T-Bolt. And yeah, I think it would have been a much different match if we'd managed the Snorlax a lot better. Losing that so early on was just, it kind of crucified us right from the start. We didn't have much to play with. We had to really play around with what tools we had left, and we just didn't have the tools, unfortunately. I don't think if the Togedemaru was able to survive that foul play, it'd be interesting to see the calc on that. I'm going to do that now actually, because I can't imagine the Persian being too heavily invested. So let's have a quick look to see if we can see this calculation. I'll not save that game. Wow, it was a long one. So hopefully the next one's a bit shorter. Right, damage calculator. Yeah, I can't imagine the Persian being max attack. So, well, it doesn't matter really what the Persian's attack is, does it? We don't know its item though. So let's have a look. Togedemaru. We are running a Jolly set. So, just 252, 252 Jolly. And let's see what this foul play does. Because I definitely didn't expect it to do that much damage. Let's see, just a standard Persian foul play. Okay, so we had, what did we have? I need to look back. I think we had about 111, I think. So it was definitely a max roll. It's like 68 to 81%. So yeah, we were a bit unfortunate with that, unfortunately. But like I say, cards that were dealt. If we'd survived it, we would have taken the Celesteela down, we would have taken the Persian down that turn, and then we would have just had the Porygon Z. We could have spiky shielded or attacked, thinking for the protect. But all ifs and buts, it doesn't matter. That's not what happened. Anyway, we have our next opponent, and they are running a team of Snorlax, Garchomp, Tapu Koko, Arcanine, Celesteela, and Alolan Ninetales. So this looks exactly the same team as Paul Chia was running at the recent Indianapolis International Championships. I'm pretty sure this is the 6 that he was using. I wonder if it's an exact replica of the team. So this will be interesting to see how we go up against this. Now obviously Togedemaru is going to be very, very good here. We need to be careful of that Garchomp. I think the Ninetales has Raw as well, so that's something we need to be a bit wary of. Let's go Mimikyu Snorlax. Let's bring that Togedemaru, and what else are we going to need? Like, Garchomp is pretty good here, but so is Celesteela again. Let's go with the same, yeah, let's go with the same 4 again. We need to redeem ourselves. And Snorlax is not going down first turn this game. No way. Okay. So I think we've played. So we played Chris's team. I don't think it was with this squad though. And now we're playing Paul's. So this will be a good match. Should be really good. So opponent leads off with Ninetales Snorlax. Right. let us do some stuff. I'm going to taunt the Ninetales, just in case it has got that. Roll. So we'll go for the belly drum with Snorlax. I don't want to set the Trick Room up because the opposing Snorlax is the same as Paul. Paul, the one that Paul was using, then it has Curse, so we will outspeed it the next turn. And then the next turn I can taunt it as well, stop it cursing up anymore. But I think I'll probably have to double into it, to be honest. We don't need to worry too much about the Ninetales, it's not going to be doing too much damage. So we see the Aurora Veil come up from the Ninetales here. It might be better going for the taunt on the Snorlax this first turn, because the next turn we could guarantee that we get the... yeah, okay. So there's the Curse. And let's see which lax is better, the belly drum set or the Curse set. I don't think we're going to be out damaging it though, that's the thing. And I don't want to get too carried away too quickly, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to recycle this next turn just to keep the berry, and I'm going to taunt this Snorlax. So yeah, there's the Blizzard. Hopefully no freezes. Oh! Okay. Ninetales is the best Snorlax. RNG is not our friend today, so we are frozen solid. We do not get that berry back. We just get a return straight to the face. And Snorlax is going to go down this next turn, so... oh, this is terrible. Okay. I'm just going to Shadow Claw into the Ninetales, try and go for the recycle. I don't think we're going to get it. I think the Blizzard's going to be enough to take us down here. Oh, we do survive. If we can thaw out, we can maybe hang on. Nah. RNG hates us. High horsepower. Smartly into the Mimikyu, knowing that the hail's going to do the job for the Snorlax. And what have we got? We've got Togedemaru or Celesteela. Well, let's bring in Celesteela. We can start spreading some leech seeds around. We're just going to have to let Mimikyu go down, I feel, here. Let's just go for another Shadow Claw. And go for a leech seed. The good thing is though, we do have Togedemaru, and it does have Encore, so we can take advantage of that. And we could lock that Snorlax into Curse if we wanted to, so when its taunt does, let's see what it uses. If it goes for high horsepower, we kind of want the taunt to end. Yeah, there's a high horsepower. We don't want to lock it into that. No way. Okay. Snorlax Berry hasn't even activated yet, so... we're not going to be able to take a high horsepower either. Snorlax's taunt wore off. Okay. What do we do? I don't think the Electrium Z is going to be enough to take down the Arcanine. Let's go for a spiky shield. I know it seems a bit weird, but I've got to try and catch something with an encore to try and get somewhere with this game. And what is this? This is an Inferno Overdrive. Oh. So, Arcanine releasing this probably into the Celesteela, you've got to imagine. Bye bye, Celesteela. Yeah, and this game is gone. Gone, long gone. Ah, the freeze did not help. Okay, so the hail stops, the Aurora fades. Let's see if we can just knock out the Snorlax. Let's go for the Electrium Z into the Snorlax. See how much it does on a curse. It'll be interesting to find out, I guess, if we can take the Snorlax down with this. And I feel like I can't even have one more game because this episode's already been really long after that first match, so it's a bit of a shame, to be honest. I think this one's been a bit of a disaster as well, but so weak. Now let's get absolutely destroyed. Burn up. Okay. There we are. Good game to my opponent, and poor little Togedemaru. Come back. You know, you could argue the point that we should have brought Tapu Fini knowing that the Ninetale was going to be a thing. We could utilise the heal pulse and we could prevent ourselves from getting into situations where we know we might be getting Blizzard hit, and there's always a possibility when Ninetales is on the field firing them off that we could get frozen. So there's always an argument that we could have brought Tapu Fini in that match and that would have prevented it. So we can't grumble too much. We had a way around that. But it's just a bit unfortunate. Anyway, we'll wrap things up there, guys. A lot to think about though, because I don't think there's a bit of RNG there. Obviously the first game was fine because I think we just got a bit complacent. Like I said at the time, I think the times that we've expected the Snorlax to get doubled into and we protect that turn and go for the Trick Room, the Mimikyu gets doubled into, and then vice versa. When we don't protect the Snorlax, it gets doubled into, and it feels a bit like, you know, it's too 50-50-ish, and that's the problem, I think, with the team. I think if you get that call right at the start, you can sweep through the opponent pretty easily. But like you saw in that first game, if you get that call wrong, then the match becomes extremely difficult. You've got an uphill battle the whole way to try and get a result there, and I think that really indicates and highlights a big problem with that call, the Mimikyu and the Snorlax. Players aren't stupid as well. Players, you know, are aware of the threat that both of that lead can cause, so you know they're gonna play to their outs to try and stop it as best they can. So you know, you're really already up against it playing that call because it's already well known, and you know there's not really too many tricks with that. I know we've got a few different techs on it and things like that, but I think the bottom line is I think it's just too 50-50 based, and I think that's the issue with it. And I think what we'll do over the weekend, when I've got a bit of time, I'm going to have a think about what those last two slots could be changed to and how we can optimize the team a little bit more, maybe change out a few other things. I'll try and keep the Togedemaru in because I do really like the Togedemaru, but I think the team needs reworking. So what we'll do on Monday, guys, when we come back, before we kick into any matches, I'll quickly just pull up maybe the Showdown team builder. We'll go through what changes we've made. I'll just quickly explain them and then we'll jump into the matches and see how we get on with those changes. So that's a good plan, I guess. I hope you have enjoyed this episode today though. You know, it hasn't been the best result wise, but I think it's been good to kind of highlight some areas that maybe you weren't aware of before with certain calls and things like that. So it's just, you know, that's my personal opinion. I think that's how that call plays. And especially when you're so reliant on it as part of a core where you have to bring that against certain things, and you kind of feel like that mod is there to operate well against teams like that. But I don't know. We'll see on Monday. I'm sure I'll come back stronger and fighting and fitter than ever, so that'll be good. Right, let's wrap it up. As always, guys, if you've enjoyed this episode, do leave a like on the video. It's massively appreciated. It does help the channel out a lot. If you're new to the channel, hello, hi, welcome. Great to have you here with the rest of the gang, and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any of the daily content that we have coming out. We have this series right now, the School of Hard Knocks. This is our main series on the channel. We have our Battle Spot Double series. We have our QR code series on a Wednesday, and then we have our MBL Season 2 stuff going on as well on top of that. And speaking of MBL Season 2, do jump over to my friend Hibiki's channel right now, because the team builder should be up at 8 PM UK time, Friday evening. So hop over there. You can see our thoughts on our preparation for our match against Team Mythical this week, which is Joe, Serabi and Marty Bennett. Absolutely great people. So looking forward to the match. And the match, guys, do not miss it, because it will be on this channel. Boom, 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 tomorrow night at 8 PM UK time. I'm going to leave it there, guys. Yeah, that's all. I just hope you all have a brilliant weekend. Have an amazing time. Make sure you take care of yourselves, though, as always. And I look forward to catching up with you all on Monday. It'd be great to hear your guys' thoughts on today's episode. What you thought of the matches, what you think of the team in general, and what you think about my thoughts about this Mimikyu Snorlax core, because I think that's maybe the issue at the minute. But do let me know what you guys think. It's always great to hear your thoughts. If you've got any ideas for what maybe you would put there, let me know, because I would love to hear them. But until Monday, guys, I will leave things there, and we'll pick back up there, and we'll shoot on into next week with a lot more success. So until then, guys, you take care of yourselves, and that coined catchphrase, whatever I've got, goodbye, will always do it for me. But yeah, I'm dragging this on too much. I'll see you later, guys. Bye bye.